Thank you, Renee. That was beautiful. Good morning. My name is Janet McFarland. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. We rock! We are glad you are here with us this morning at First Unitarian of Oakland, here and on Zoom. We are committed to becoming a community where everyone is welcome and differences are celebrated. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your journey, we bid you welcome. If you are new here, we invite you to fill out a Newcomer Connect card, which someone will wave shortly. You can use the QR code on the card in the seat back in front of you, or the link on the church website, or you can leave us your contact information on your way out at the greeters table in the foyer or during coffee hour in Venti Hall at the welcome table. Doing this helps us help you explore what our community offers and to find ways to participate. Welcome, everyone.
You know, as people all over the world today continue to struggle to claim their sacred lands, it's important for us to acknowledge that we are gathered on the unceded territory of the Ohlone peoples who have been here for millennia, and the spirits of the ancestors of the Ohlone people are still here. So although we're not the first ones who settled on Ohlone land, we still benefit from it. So not only our church, but our homes, our institutions are also on the unceded territory. And so may we understand and act as if we know that we are their guests. May we have the courage and humility to heal and strengthen the broken covenant that we inherited. And may we do our part to live in a new solidarity with Indigenous people and with the home we share, our Mother Earth. So you'll see on the slides, there's a way that we can help, which is that the Sogorea Te' Land Trust has a Shumi tax that I personally, my partner and I have paid for the last few years, and it's a way to help them rematriate their land. So we encourage you to learn more about the Confederated Villages of the Lisjan Ohlone people. So may it be so.
With some assistance today, we will do our chalice lighting, the standard one. There's some hand signs, and you can follow along. We light this chalice, symbol of Unitarian Universalism. May it remind us of the divine spark in all of creation, the power of love to heal what is broken, and to be grateful for life's blessings each day. And then the candle, which is the peace candle, the Black Lives Matter candle, and the earth candle all in one, and a reading in memory of Saint Jane Goodall.
Jane Goodall, who in April 2002 was named a United Nations Messenger of Peace. These are her words. We are definitely at a point where we need to make something happen. We are imperiled. We have a window of time. I'm fairly sure we do, but we've got to take action. Together we say, peace is possible, Black Lives Matter, protect our planet.
Today's service, and also a service next month, will be all about honoring the amazing group of about a dozen paid staff members who keep our church functioning. Some of these people, like our church musicians, Susan Kiter and Renee Witten and Vince, and our Director of Children and Family Ministries, Jeff Melcher, some of these people are highly visible on many Sunday mornings. But we may have no idea of all the work they do that we never see. And then there are others, like the tech team, the people sitting in the booth in the back. They're present in this room, but many of us really don't notice them. You'll meet them next month. And we often see our sexton, Frank Tober. I see him up there. Yay, Frank. But we don't get to see him hard at work because so much of what he does happens when we're not here. And then there are absolutely vital staff members we hardly ever see at all, like our dedicated church administrator, Jerim Ree. Yay, Jerim. And our nursery care providers, like Esther Kimmelman-Brock, and our child care providers, like Ella Jensen-Kane, and even our rentals coordinator, Kylie Benson, and more. So a lot of us volunteer for this church, which has a deep history of shared ministry. So we think of ourselves as lay ministers. I think that learning a little bit about the people who create the church, who are on staff, who are also lay ministers, except for the actual minister, can give us a deeper and stronger awareness and appreciation of what it takes to sustain and build this extraordinary community. So sit back and meet some of the staff members who partner with the volunteers to make it all work so well. I can't resist a few philosophical musings at this point, so let me say that, of course, in all parts of our lives, we are dependent on the labor of others. Most of those people we never see and we rarely, if ever, think about. As we honor the people who do much of the hard work of our beloved church, hopefully we'll get in touch with our gratitude for all the unacknowledged help we benefit from in every aspect of our lives. The vast majority of the people whose work benefits us will never know how grateful we are, but the gratitude we feel is an important foundation, I think, for our own sense of well-being and for our sense of being in community, not just with the church, but with millions of unseen others. Now, in one voice, say, let us worship together. Thank you.
Embody your spirit, and we'll sing 3 times our opening hymn, Together We Receive.
Good morning, everyone. We are the current members of the Church Personnel Committee. Michael Rothhammer, Nicole Fitzhugh, and myself, Rinda Bartley. The Personnel Committee is charged with overseeing the well-being of the staff to ensure that they have appropriate supervision, support, working conditions, and regular mutual accountability, among many other things. The quality of the beloved community we seek to create in the world will be a direct reflection of the ways we church members work in conjunction with our staff. There is so much to that idea. I hope this is something that we can think about and talk about much more in the future. But for today, it is central to the church mission and values that those who work with and for us regularly are recognized, supported, celebrated, and sincerely thanked.
We are very fortunate to have in place a staff of dedicated and talented people who do the day-to-day work that makes our church life possible. Today and on November 2nd, we will introduce each staff member, some of whom you see often and some of whom perhaps you will be meeting for the first time. Our hope is that as you read the newsletter, or walk into a clean room, or send an email to the office, or drop off your child in their RE classroom, or watch the service on Zoom, or listen to beautiful music in the service, that you think of the person who makes these things possible, and you can thank them in your heart or out loud by name. Also, please join us after service in Venti Hall for cake to honor our staff.
It is my distinct honor to introduce a staff member who really needs no introduction, the Director of Children and Family Ministry, Jeffrey Melcher. As a supervisor and as a fellow educator, I want to lift up his dedicated leadership in religious education with our children from birth to 18 years of age and his support for their families. Jeff, along with his staff and a sprinkling of volunteers, work in concert to ensure a quality religious education for our children every Sunday, as well as monthly events, such as the family breakfast this morning, and seasonal and yearly events, such as the upcoming Halloween activities, coming of age, OWL, etc., etc. Time doesn't permit a full recounting of his background and experiences. Jeff shared an earlier period as a teacher when he taught multiple grades in a one-room schoolhouse, maybe not dissimilar to some Sundays here. In a school district in Oregon, he started the first openly LGBTQ-friendly high school program. In all, Jeff has nearly 30 years of experience as a religious educator. Unbeknownst to some of us, he has a Master of Divinity from seminary, and these are just several highlights from an extensive resume. Jeff has now been a fixture at Foucault for almost 5 years, including 3.5 years as our Director of Religious Education. Finally, I would be remiss not to recognize his recent good work with the growing cohort of young adults in our church, a part of his portfolio being passed on to the able hands of Reverend Laurel. Week after week, Jeff and staff skillfully embrace our children and their families as we all do our part to build the beloved community. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, everybody. And there's so much support from the staff and the volunteers and the families, and like the families stepping up to help organize the potluck breakfast now, and really seeing so many people putting in love and care to make the program work. And I want to just lift up, I'm going to ask Ella and Esther to come on up here. You don't have to say anything, you just have to stand here, okay? I want you to know who it is. I want you to know a little bit more about these amazing people. So Esther, who came to us just a couple years ago, grew up on the East Coast as the oldest of 4 children in a Jewish household. How Jewish? Her father's a rabbi. As a daughter of a rabbi, she is a willing source of Jewish cultural knowledge, and our program and community benefit from this and gives me hints. She moved to the Bay Area and really loves being part of the community connected with UU Oakland and serves the congregation as one of our nursery care providers. She really enjoys her position because playing with children is one of her favorite things to do. Esther has a joyful heart, radiates a centered presence, and is conscientious about her duties as a nursery care provider. She feels a deep spiritual connection to being of service in whichever way and whenever she can and whoever is in need of help. Something I recently learned about Esther is that she is a weaver. So I'm looking forward to some of that. She recently finished a training for a new part-time job with Autism Learning Partners and is scheduled to start tomorrow. And we will also benefit from her new skills in this area. Thank you, Esther. And Ella, who has been around this congregation for quite a while, since you were, tiny, grew up here, a daughter of Reverend Dan Kane and Darren Jensen. She also has two very active younger brothers, and I heard she was interested in exploring a career as child care provider, so I said, "Do you want to come work with us?" She really, really loves being here, she said, and is a child care provider with several Sundays a month, with a caring, calm demeanor as she engages with the children. Yet having these experience with two rambunctious brothers allows her to gently lay down the law and intervene when safety and decorum are called for. Ella is a high school senior, and we're lucky to have her with our program for the rest of the year. Thank you, Ella.
Now let's sing the children out. We're going to sing Lead with Love. Some of you may know it, and let's go ahead and enthusiastically sing it. Actually, why don't you stand and make an arch? It'll be like a birth canal. Okay, kids, get ready. You gotta put one. Well, you have an opportunity now to say hello. I know that we have some newcomers here today, so you old-timers, please introduce yourselves to them and help them feel welcome. I told some of them when they come in that this is a very unusual service today. And so go ahead and take a few minutes. I'll ring a bell to have you go greet people, and then ring another bell to have you come back, and meanwhile the choir will come up. So this is an invitation to greeting. Oh, and let's take a minute to look at those bright lights and say hello to the people who are joining us online. So we know you're here, we welcome you as well, and you can maybe chat amongst yourselves. So here's an invitation to greetings. Please take your seats and let's enjoy the Crescendo Choir. You can tell we're going to do a lot of clapping today. Thank you. The spirit of that song reminds me of something I just read that Joanna Macy, who just died this last July, and I went to her memorial service on Friday night. And apparently at the end of one of her speeches, she said, "I have 1 minute left, so let me tell you in less than 1 minute how to save the world. Love your life." So that's the spirit of that song, Love Your Life. So I sometimes want to warn newcomers that when you cross the threshold into this church, you need to hold on to your hat because I think your life is going to be changed. Our motto, our ends to this congregation, it's transformation, transformation within, transformation among, and transformation of our world. Today is a very special day for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons is that this is my 17th anniversary of being ordained in this church. Yeah, it was October 5th, 2008. I'm wearing my ordination stole, and in those days, the women's retreat was in the fall. And so this stole, my partner Francie, who made it, took it to the women's retreat, and the women who were there blessed this stole, and I can still feel that blessing. You know, there is something that I often share with leaders of this congregation that today I would like to share with you because it has to do with why it is that we are honoring our staff today. This is by Jan Hotchkiss, who is an expert who works with congregations. And this is what he writes about organized religion. Religion changes people. No one touches holy ground and stays the same. Religious leaders stir the pot by pointing to the contrast between life as it is and life as it should be, and urging us to close the gap. Religious insights provide the handhold that people need to criticize injustice, rise above self-interest, and take risks to achieve healing in a wounded world. Religion, at its best, is no friend to the status quo. Organization, on the other hand, conserves. Institutions capture, schematize, and codify persistent patterns of activity. People sometimes say, institutions are conservative, and smile as if they had said something clever. But conservation is what institutions do. A well-ordered congregation lays down schedules, puts policies on paper, places people in positions, and generally brings order out of chaos. Organizations can be flexible, creative, and iconoclastic, but only by resisting some of their most basic instincts. No wonder organized religion is so difficult. Congregations create sanctuaries where people can nurture and inspire each other with results that no one can predict. The stability of a religious institution is a necessary precondition to the instability that religious transformation brings. The need to balance both sides of this paradox, the transforming power of religion and the stabilizing power of organization, makes leading congregations a unique challenge. Amen. Yeah, let the people say amen. Yeah. So the title of this service and of my reflection is Serving with Grace. And this is something that is a wonderful book. And the subtitle to it is Lay Leadership as a Spiritual Practice. And I think you're getting that message that all of the people who serve our congregation with such grace are doing it as a spiritual practice, because after all, we are a faith institution. And so one of the things I talked about with the coffee committee, which after this service, we're going to have coffee together, and you'll see, I think it was Matt Yeager, who might be here today, when we were talking, he's now calling our coffee hour a jewel. So I hope that you will go in and enjoy the buzz of the community, getting to know one another. And so service is hospitality, is going to be the motto of our coffee hour committee. And service is spirituality with a practical way of living it out. And so may we continue to serve with our hearts full of gratitude for all that we are co-creating together as we seek to be the change here that we want to see in the world beyond our walls. So thank you.
Now I have the pleasure of introducing Jerem. So if Jerem, you will come up. Jerem Ree has been our church administrator since April of 2024. Her background includes extensive experience in working with not-for-profit organizations and churches, which makes her an excellent fit for this position. Her duties include working with church volunteers on human resources and relations, risk management, finance, business functions, communications, and facilities management for maintenance, repair, and rentals. She has built up a substantial outside rental program that brings progressive Bay Area organizations through our doors on a regular basis, helping to fulfill our commitment to the city of Oakland. She also manages 3 other employees, which you will soon see. Jerem infuses the business-related work of the church with UU values and mission first. Her calm and confident demeanor, her incredible insights about how churches work, and the grace with which she faces a job that is very, very large is impressive. Jerem shares that, quote, "This position allows me to operationalize equity. I deeply appreciate getting to work alongside people who are also committed to putting values into policy, practice, and culture," unquote. Jerem is conversational in 3 languages, English, Korean, and Spanish, and shares that her thoughts are a blend of English and Korean. She loves group singing and has always plugged into some kind of choir or choral group from grade school through college. Do you hear that, Renee and Susan? Yes. Jerem, we are so fortunate to have you with us. Thank you so much.
Copying Jeff. Here, let me try this. Oh, no. Thank you so much for those beautiful words. Hi, everyone. My name, again, is Jerem. Jerem with a basketball rim. Jerem, Ree, they and she pronouns. And I am very grateful to have been part of this community for the last year and a half. The position, it's a very large building and we have such diverse programs here. So every day I'm learning something new. And y'all, I appreciate at the end of the day that we are all in it together. We understand that it is a journey, sometimes a roller coaster, right? But at the end of the day that we can kind of let go and laugh together. So I really appreciate that. Special shout out to my operations team members, Kate, the board member, and Jody from finance. Yes. Yeah. I have the honor of introducing some of our staff, but real quick, I do want to give a shout out to two of our tech team members who are here today, but they will be introduced in the November service. Evalie and Monique, please turn around. Woohoo! Thank you for all your work. Yes. And also the church operations administration facilities, everything day to day, it really would not be possible with, he's not paid as staff, but our dear church member, Bill Blakely, who's here. Can you join me in a chant? Bill, 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 Bill. Thank you. Bill Blakely, he is involved with everything. His love and wisdom, it touches every fabric of our church and our operation. So thank you, Bill. Thank you. At this time, I want to invite Kylie and Frank up on the stage, and I'll share a few words. Thank you. Woohoo! Yes. Yeah. So Kylie and Frank are one part of our beloved facilities team. These two are really becoming part of my ride or die, just really crew. Frank, as y'all know, has been here at the church for 16 and a half years. Woohoo! He first got to know the building and our community, our UU Oakland community, through the Rojas ministry, Rojas housing ministry that was partnering with the church all those years ago. He really connected with Stefan and the music team and all of these people here, and he ended up joining us staff. He is really, this large building, he is our main caretaker day to day, our main person who cleans up after all of us. He helps keep the facilities and the grounds around it clean. Also, he is such a great support for all of our events, the church ministries, rooms set up. Sometimes we'll say, oh, Frank, and this actually happened, the door has been broken, what do I do? He's like, I got it. Frank is really, truly a jack of all trades. So Frank, we're so grateful for you. Yeah. One quick fun fact, I learned that Frank actually really loves looking at the stars. So if you ever want to share in that with him or have like a fun fact of stars, I'm sure you'd really appreciate it. And he also likes to draw, which is, yeah, amazing. We have Kylie here, Kylie Benson, pronounced they, them. They joined our staff only back in July 1st with our new program year. They started as a contractor. I actually got to meet Kylie on the streets for protests for human rights. And I was really appreciating their approach to people and their very like technical brain. And I said, hey, come work with us on staff. Kylie actually brings a lot of experience running a rental program as part of a school, school program. And I have since in the last few months been working to transition the rental program actually under Kylie. So all of that now is operating under their oversight. And we've been really moving up on the numbers for the amount of new partnerships that we're making, the types of partnerships. Like recently we hosted the synagogue's high holidays, right? That wouldn't have been possible without Kylie. So thank you, Kylie. Yeah. These two people are really, I think really go so well with our UU values here in that it's about love and service to the community, and we do that because we truly are rooted in ending exploitation and oppression of all our peoples, no? So these people really model that day to day, and I'm so grateful. So thank you.
We dedicate some time each week to sharing our personal joys and sorrows. Those of you who keep track of me know that I just came back from a pilgrimage to Malta, and the plan was to leave right after this service to go to Montgomery, Alabama, because I'm taking a class on ministers serving congregations in transition, which this congregation is. However, on Friday, which is Liefert Day, it's our family holiday. It was 35 years ago that my partner Francie and I got to adopt each other's birth sons. Well, on Liefert Day, we got the news that our daughter-in-law, Caitlin, who was very pregnant and due to deliver on October 23rd, was having high blood pressure, and so they started inducing labor on Friday. And so on Saturday, when she still hadn't given birth, and I realized that a huge family event was about to happen, I told the faculty on my class that I was not going to go to Montgomery, which I'm not. But I now want to announce to you a huge joy, which is that last night at 1:33 a.m., I got a new grandson named Robin, and he was 6 pounds, 5 ounces. He's healthy, and I'm going to introduce him to his older brother, Henry, who turns 10 in November this afternoon after Henry's lacrosse game. So let's just take a moment to send out so much love to Robin, to his father, my son Marcus, and to his mother, Caitlin. Now I would like to invite you to either speak out loud or hold in the silent sanctuary of your hearts people who you would like to memorialize or celebrate or remember. And I include those of you on chat. I've got my phone here. And if you want to participate in this, please put in the chat what it is that you would like me to speak out loud. An embracing meditation. Oh, Tim Dunning. Yeah. So in our book, we have keeping Tim Dunning in our hearts as he continues his recovery from post-surgery complications. And as someone mentioned, we're thinking of M.J. Westbrook, who is housebound. And then much love to Martha Silverspring, who is caring for her partner very well, Tim Dunning. She's a professional. And I'm trying to find my chat. Can one of you help me find my chat? You can tell I'm very discombobulated today because of this grandmother stuff and kind of a complicated service today, so please forgive me. Well, I'm sorry if people on Zoom that I can't find your chat, but let's just imagine there are 9 people who are joining us virtually today, so thank you for whatever it is that you contribute. And let us actually say together, the next slide has the words, we hold them in our care. Thank you. And so let's take a moment of silence, and then the choir can come up and sing again. So just for a moment, let's just breathe together, fully arrive in this building that was built in 1890, and the walls hold so much. Let's listen. Oh, I will. I've got it written down.
As the choir processes off, I would like to invite Renee Winton, Susan Kiter, and Vince Raines to please come forward. So these three are our beloved music staff. I'm going to ask you to hold the incredible amount of applause and cheers I know you're going to have until the end. I have the honor of introducing staff members who may well be the heart of our church. Music is the lifeblood of our congregation, and Renee Winton, Susan Kiter, and Vince Raines make it flow, taking in what we offer and putting it back out enriched and strengthened. They work together to fulfill the vision of each service with beautiful music that we all share by listening and share by participating. Renee has been a warm and steady presence at the piano for longer than I have been a member. Renee is a true accompanist. I'm not a musician, but I can see that she not only plays the music chosen for the service, but inflects and changes it to meet the needs of the people on the chancel and on the congregation on the floor. She makes it work for all of us. In her life outside of the Sundays she's here, she does the same for other communities as a professor of music at St. Mary's College. She even sent her musical guidance out into the world via a radio program. And I truly hope that someday she'll share her heritage of accordion playing with a Czech polka. Susan has graced us with her beautiful opera-trained voice for several years now. And when she sings, I always feel the call to joy and to open my heart. Truthfully, I cannot carry a tune in a bucket, but when Susan leads the congregation in song, I feel like I am still a part of every music that we make. She filled very large shoes when she joined Renee as co-director of music and has done so with grace and with her own personality and style. She told me that in another life, she is a wilderness guide. Yes, Susan, you are. We may not be lost in the wilderness, but you are always our guide. Vincent Raines has served the church in a variety of functions since joining us a few years ago. I personally would have been lost without him at 4 different annual meetings. But today we honor him as part of our music team. When I hear Vincent play, I feel like he's somehow embodying our beautiful building. He plays with strength, with charming flourishes, and with such grace. For Vincent, music is his way of expressing his connection with the worship experience, and we are grateful for it. I'm struck, too, by the coincidence that Vincent has also created an audio community via a radio program. Renee, Susan, and Vincent all mentioned community as a fundamental part of their music experience and the reason they work with us. Let's continue to work in community with them and with each other to sing into being the world we dream of.
So now I would like to invite Lawrence up. And Angela, do you want to come up here too and just stand next to him? Because Alyssa is not here yet, but I'm introducing you to who will be our half-plate recipient. We share our weekly collection with a nonprofit that embodies our values, and indeed the legal services for prisoners with children, and all of us or none, does embody our values. So let me introduce and give a warm welcome to Lawrence.
Good morning. I want to say thank you for opening your doors and allowing us into the congregation. I am here representing legal services for prisoners with children and all of us or none. If we can go to the next slide, I think it's more appropriate to introduce myself. My name is Lawrence Cox. I am the Regional Advocacy and Organizing Associate for Legal Services for Prisoners with Children. What we do, well, my colleague Alyssa Moore, who's not here, she works as our reentry coordinator, so I'll give her respects and her flowers too, since she is on the slide with me. We can go to the next slide. What we do briefly is we organize communities of impacted individuals. System-impacted individuals are individuals such as myself who have experienced the the legal justice system. The majority of us that do the work we do are system-impacted. We have spent time incarcerated, or we have family members who have spent time incarcerated. We fight to restore the human and civil rights of individuals in our communities. We fight to remove barriers and to reunite families and to restore families and remove financial barriers. Legal Service for Children is a public interest law office where we provide legal advocacy and policy advocacy for our indigent communities. All of Us or None is our grassroots organizing arm. We have 8 active chapters here in California and another 14 active chapters in other states throughout the United States. And through All of Us or None, we believe in training up leaders of individuals who are directly impacted and allowing them to be the force to change, to go into their communities and build further leaders and change our society and change our legal justice system, which ultimately makes our community safer, because real rehabilitation creates true public safety. On top of that, we also host numerous annual events a year. The first one here you may see is what we call our Friendsgiving, and the Reverend will speak more on that later. But I really want to point and pay attention to what we do every year. It's called our Community Give Back. And our Community Give Back is a way for us to reunite our community with their incarcerated loved ones who may not be here. At Christmas time, a lot of people struggle. And we have families who have loved ones who are incarcerated, and we have kids who may not understand the true reason on why their parents are separated from them. So what we do with this event, we allow individuals who are incarcerated to write us and tell us that they would like for their loved one to receive a bike. And so what we do is every year we host an event where we purchase, and we host an event where we'll hand out upwards to 300 or more bikes every year. And the difference is we don't let the individuals and the families and the kids know that it's from us, because it's not. Really, it's from their loved ones that's incarcerated, and we want them to know that their loved one still loves them and they still appreciate them. And we finger paint, we take pictures, and we have a whole service. We feed them, we have music, and we let them take pictures with the bike and sign cards and send it back to their loved ones and thanking them. And this is a huge way for us to give to our community, but make sure that the community who has loved ones who are incarcerated aren't left behind and forgotten. Anywhere from 100 and average to 150 per bike and helmet. And it's a huge event that we do every year. It's an event that started actually by someone who was incarcerated 16 years ago. It started by incarcerated individuals actually building the bikes and putting the bikes together and sending them out to the community. And this is a huge tradition. Mr. Muni, one of our elders, that we like to continue to pass on. We want the community, and we want those that are not familiar with it looks like to be a part of that apparatus of being system impacted, to also understand that that's still part of our duty, it's still part of our opportunity to give back to our community and our loved ones. And I just want to say thank you. I know it won't take too long.
Thank you, Lawrence. And I invited Angela Cray to stand up here because Angela is a member here and has organized our connection with the Legal Services for Prisoners with Children. So thank you, Angela. Thanks, Lawrence.
Okay. I will say I'm sorry to go tend to the family.
Okay. Now this is your weekly request for funds to sustain the work of the church. Your money will be used to pay the salaries and benefits of our wonderful staff. We're committed to paying them enough so that they make a decent living and feel fully valued for what they do. It also takes financial support to care for our beautiful historic building. So please donate whatever you can afford to give this week. This is a splendid time to be generous. Half of our plate will go to the nonprofit organization that you just heard about, Legal Services for Prisoners with Children, All of Us or None of Us. If this is your first time here, be our guest. Please let the plate pass and know that your presence with us is a gift. Will the ushers please come forward?
We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. So please join me in blessing our offering. To the work of the church, which is weaving a tapestry of love we call community, we dedicate ourselves and these our offerings. Thank you. Not yet. I've got a few announcements. So please join us today after the service for coffee hour. And we do have a cake to celebrate and thank our staff. And actually, staff, why don't you go ahead and you get some of the first slices of cake, and Rinda's going to take your picture. Except you two stay. Because we're going to sing one more song. What kind of cake? Oh, there's chocolate and vanilla. And then we also have 2 events available starting at noon after we spend some time socializing. On the 3rd floor in the library, you can take the elevator up. The Spirit Group will be learning about spiritual practices from Indonesia. And then in the Star King room, which is on this floor, there will be the Friendsgiving letter writing campaign kickoff. And this is to support the incarcerated individuals and to show care and solidarity. So you've heard about the nonprofit from Lawrence. And so Lawrence may have a moment to say hello and to greet each of you. Also, we're hoping that maybe Alyssa, the reentry coordinator, might be here. But for sure, Angela Cray, who actually spent some time at the breakfast of the children and families, which was held before this service, and told a little bit about her personal experience and what she knows about how many people are caught up in the prison system and how much they need to know that they matter. So both of these programs are open to all, And so actually now let's go ahead and sing We Give Thanks, and then you can go in and get your cake. So please rise in body or spirit. Extinguish the chalice, and I have a benediction. I'll bring the benediction in and share it with you as well. So go in. Get your pictures taken. I'm requesting that you comply with Renda's request, that you go in and get your picture taken and you get the first slices of cake as a way to show our love for you. Unitarian Universalists are often kind of irreverent and they are skeptical of authority. But I am doing this totally out of love and care. So let's go ahead and extinguish our chalice with these words. Do you have them, Emily? Oh, Emily. Emily. The words.
Okay. I guess so. I just want to invite any newcomers who are here.
Yeah, I'll announce that at the. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be here waiting to talk to you if you're a newcomer and you'd like to have like a conversation with me about what you might find in this church. Okay.
And I'll join you too.
And now I'm going to tell you that we are about to extinguish this chalice. So we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. Those we carry in our hearts until we're together again.
So for the benediction, I'm going to come down and share with you what I shared with the Justice Council when we met yesterday. These are words from, has anyone ever heard of Gloria Steinem? She's an old feminist author back in the 60s, and she's not young anymore. But anyway, face each other. And those of you who are new, look into the eyes of people who may be your friends, as if you find this as your spiritual home. And these are the words from Gloria Steinem that I would like to share. And I think it's a question that many of us have in our hearts these days. So how do we move forward? It's not rocket science. We need to worry less about doing what is more important and more about doing whatever we can. Those of us who are used to power need to learn to listen as much as we talk, and those with less power need to learn to talk as much as we listen. The truth is that we can't know which act in the present will make the most difference in the future, but we can behave as if everything we do matters. So that is the message that I want to leave you with, is that everything that you do, whether you think it's small or it's going to have a big impact, it matters. And that is part of our theology. We have free will, we have many gifts, and so sharing those gifts is really what life is all about. So go now in peace. Those of you who are new, if you want to come up front and meet with Emily and me, we can, and I think probably the cake is ready for you. So go ahead and go into Venti Hall, and we won't have music today because I told Renee, our musician, are you going to come back, Renee? Anyway, or Susan, okay. Okay, well anyway, we can process out with music and with joy in our hearts.